the sun go down. Come on and tell me, my brother. Black man, wake up. Take your rightful place in the sun of today. Repatriation, time has come. Wake up, black man, wake up, wake up. You've been sitting here for 500 years, waiting on some Messiah to take you home. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I have a wonderful show for you. My subject is about herbs, root, and voodoo spells. Many people does not believe in this type of practice, but seeing is believing. And don't let anyone fool you that witchcraft does not exist. Before the black men came to the Western Hemisphere, witchcraft was inexistent. The white men learned abundantly from the black people of Africa, and they became witty, and they used this craft to their advantage. Well, let me say something to you. We all know that the first black people that came to the Western world migrate to the Caribbean. For those of you that does not know that, it is the time for you to understand. That's why the Caribbean have all these fruit and all these vegetables type of grains which does not grow in the United States. And they brought with them their magical spells, all type of herbs and roots, so they could conquer all type of disease. But as we look far back into the Bible, which you call the Bible, all of the language in the Bible was translated from scrolls and manuscripts. And this type of scroll was found among the black men of Africa. When this scroll was written, there was no white men in Africa. Let me repeat this. When this scroll was written, there was no white men in Africa. There was no Jesus, and there was no God. The word God was given to the black people by the white men. The word Jesus was given to the black people by the white men. I hope my brothers and sisters are listening carefully, because we've been stray from our own roots, our own understanding, so we left behind to listen to the white men. We go to the white school, we try to speak white, we have no language, and we have no country. I am here to tell you today that we need to wake up and stop dreaming. Only a sleeper will dream. And if you continue to sleep, you will dream. And all you will do is dream dreams. We need to wake up and understand ourselves and let our children know that witchcraft or voodoo exists, and it is a spiritual power for whatever you choose to use it for, good or bad. If a man becomes sick, and regardless what he takes to get well, it doesn't make any difference. If he go to the grave to get his remedy, to get his physical body well, it's going to be okay. Because the book you call the Bible speak of many witchcraft. I will speak of that and let you understand. They speak of sacrifice, it speak of building altar, and it speak of killing, raping, sodomite. So therefore, it's a book that teach you things that happened in the past. It's not a book of you call the God. The God that you're speaking of and really believe into, that create all things, are not in the Bible, as you call it. Because in my Bible that I have, it's of many books that the King James does not have, such as Young Tobias, Old Tobias, the book of the Maccabee, the 6 Kings, and all, go on and on. Those are not found in the King James Version. So we are not going to speak of God, we're not going to speak of the devil, and we're not going to speak of Jesus. Let's say if we can come to some understanding and speak of the natural things of the earth, such as herbs, root, mineral, and see if we can understand who we are and how can we live in this world and have food abundantly to survive. Because if you don't have food to survive, your physical body is going to be weak and it's going to become sick. Nature did not make sickness for man. Men remove sickness and disease from animals and put it into the human body. Did you understand what I just said? Man's physical body was not made for disease. Disease came from animal. Disease are in the animal body to preserve their body. Every one of the animal have disease in their body. But men done the wrong thing from Genesis and caused their physical body to contaminate it with all this animal disease and fat. So the body becomes sick. So the spirit becomes sick of itself too. Because man cannot understand spirit anymore. Because of such fast movement in the earth. You have TV, you have radio, so you have no time to listen to the spirit. In olden days gone, all men do is listen to the spirit, unto the birds, unto the wind. Now we stray from that. And his children today does not understand nothing. You hear me? Nothing the young children of today understand. Because the grandfather is not in the home to teach them anything. The grandfather is out in the street looking for something that cannot help the physical body. And the mind, neither. They're looking for something to fool the mind in a short period of time. So in dispensation of time, all the grandfathers and all the grandmothers need to start wake up and teach the young black children what is really up. Get back to the natural roots of life. You need to plant grains. If you're not spiritually gifted, you need to learn how to handle the Spirit, because the Spirit will teach you everything. And we all need to wake up and teach our children the truth. Let them understand that within the herd, all things are in the herd. Did you know the herd belongs to you? I said the herd belongs to you. The gold, the diamond, on the mineral, the water, all the birds and all the fish and everything belongs to you. And you're telling me you don't have a patch of this land to call your own to plant some grains. You see how smart you are? Did you see how smart you are? You don't have a patch of this land to call your own that you can plant grains. And you've been to all these universities and been to all these college and tell me you're smart. When your physical body becomes sick, you cannot get your physical body better. You cannot remove the disease from your body because you eat up all these animals' flesh and cause your body to contaminate it. And you are going to tell me you're smart. How smart are you? How can you get the knowledge of a white man and say you're smart as a black man? You are educated. Please, please, please. Don't fool me now. I am not school educated as you are, but I went to the World University. And I get all my knowledge from my great-grandfather. How many of you out there been to the World University? You're not teaching the children anything. And that's why all the young boys and girls between the age of 8 and 20 are killing their mothers and fathers out of wrath and hunger, because there is no one in the home to teach them. We all know all these things exist. Magic exists, witchcraft exists, and they are from the herd. Anything your eyes can behold is from the herd. The diamond, the gold, the mineral, your clothing, the food, your physical body, everything is from the herd. If it's not from underneath the herd, it's from above the herd. So you need to wake up, black people, and stop dreaming. Because only one person can dream, is a man or a woman that sleep. And all he can do is dream dreams. And we don't have any more time to keep on dreaming. We need to take the land and plant grains so we can have food abundantly for our people. Because the land belongs to us. We were the first kings and queens from all these manuscripts that were written in many years gone. Now we stray so far away that we don't even know where the original manuscripts are. Where is those original manuscripts? Everyone is getting up talking and preaching and saying all this stuff from the book you call the Bible. It's been translated from different places. The book of itself is men that speak from different towns, and they give their own ideas of different things that happen in their life. It's not the word of the God you're talking about that create this universe, as what you're saying. Or create this nature and all these animals and create yourself. It's not. And I will prove it to you that it's not the word of the God you're talking about. It was created by men of different town. And the different town was based on the continent of Africa. No other place beside the continent of Africa. And you're trying to divide up that land and call it all different type of Middle East and Far East. The book you call the Bible only based in Africa. And all of those land in there have different names in those times. And since the white men moved down in there, many time past, they changed everything around. And have all these icons of white God and white Jesus and white Mary and white John and white Peter and white Paul. Have you ever looked in your Bible, black people, and see that everything in there is white? So therefore, your mind set up on a white God, on a white Jesus. You need to know your biblical history of the black men, that they are the original men, and they were kings and queens, and they used their people as slaves many time past. In those times, they did not have days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They did not have January, February, March, April. Those were made by the white men. They live in time. 2 times they live in. Light times and dark time. What I'm saying, if you can contradict what I'm saying, you can go to my website, www.voodoospell.com. Write me a letter and give me the biblical history that you have on the black men. On the book that you wrote on the black men, and put white men into it. Prove it to me that all those people was white. In the first place, the man you call Jesus, his name is not Jesus. That word Jesus does not found in none of the African language that they spoke in those days. African does not have the name Jesus and have the name like God. G-O-D, J-U-S-U-S. They don't have that type of name. When the boy born, his name was Emmanuel. His father was black and his mother was black. I know what you're saying. Where I get that story from. It's in the book you call the Bible that you're reading. Because only thing you can base your ideas on is the Bible. You cannot come to me with anything beside the Bible. Your Jesus is only in the Bible. You have no other books to prove to me there's a man born named Jesus. Prove it to me. So don't come with your folly and tell me about the Bible. And tell me you are a Christian. You're making believe. If you cannot use the Spirit to do what you want, you have no power. You're sick and the doctor kick you out of the hospital because he have no ways to get you better. And you will go to the witchcraft man or go to the voodoo priest to see if he can help you. And the book that you call the Bible, you have men into that Bible that go to witch in those days. They did not call voodoo priests, they call witch and sorcerers. And they get those people better because they can listen to the Spirit. They can communicate with the Spirit. The Spirit is not bad. If you choose to do bad with the Spirit, it will do bad. And if you choose to do good with the Spirit, it will do good. So don't come and tell me that it's not like that. Remember, write me a letter. Go to my webpage, www.voodoospell.com, because the only thing I know to do is voodoo and witchcraft. And I don't play. I can make the rain fall. I don't claim to be a god, but I can do many things through the Spirit. I can make. And when you can do things through the Spirit, nothing wrong with that. Because the Spirit is mighty. Have to get up sometimes. The Spirit is so great and powerful that you can command the Spirit to do what your wish is. The Spirit can bring you food. Because the Spirit is unseen, but small whispers in the ears. All of the men that in olden days listened to Spirit. See, when they wrote all these manuscripts, they were communicating with Spirit. They do sacrifice of animals. They use the blood on their altar. They use the flesh. And they use the fat to make a light unto their God. On the Bible of itself speak about building altar from certain type of wood and gold. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if we have a God that we have to offer sacrifice to Him, how mighty are He? If a God that can create this universe with His power, just a word, create all things within it, gold, mineral, diamonds, why would you need to offer sacrifice unto that God? But it's not so. The Spirit demands sacrifice. The Spirit demands blood. And the Spirit demands smoke. By burning the flesh or burning certain herbs or burning certain roots. Remember, the God of the Bible that create the earth is unseen God. He have no flesh and He have no bone. He is invisible. All Spirit is invisible. If you cannot see the Spirit, if there's a scale over your eyes, you will not able to see the Spirit. But I can show you the way. I can teach you how to see Spirit. Of your loved one or spirit of the element, if you're willing to learn how to see Spirit, I can teach you. But you have to be faithful. I will teach you the way how to build altars. Because in your book, it speaks of altars. Exodus 38 and the first verse speak of altar. Exodus 29 and 38 verse speak of what you should put on your altar for the sacrifice up to the gods. It speaks how to build the altar. So therefore, you are not really communicating with any, well, the word God really, we have to use that word. Because the Western black men, that's the only word they know, God and Jesus. But remember, every country have their own God in different names. the Buddhists, Jesus, Spanish, Yahweh, some black men, Buddhists, Indians. So every country have a name for God. And it represents God as what you're saying. But when the body is sick and the mind is sick, that God does not help none of you. Because there are too many sick people in the world. The mind is sick and the physical body is sick. And how comes all these people are not getting better? And so many synagogues and church around. And all these ministers are not getting all these people better. The Bible speaks of using oil to anoint the sick. Preachers, you need to start heal the sick and stop collecting all these donations. Because all these buildings does not need repair 24 hours a day. And most of you are just making a name for yourself. I don't need no name. Those are given by men. But it's to identify the individual. Within the realms of the spirit, they give no name to each other. Because they can communicate. They can go from one place unto another in the twinkle of an eye. Time you quit, the spirit can go another place. I can send your spirit many places. I can send your spirit to places that you never been before. You don't believe me? Send me an email. You send me an email and tell me where you want to go in your spirit world. Because seeing is believing. If you cannot see the spirit, I can teach you the way to see the spirit. If your body is sick, I can make you herbs, root medicine to get your physical body up and running again. You don't need to go to the doctor. The doctor is another man that trained in schools and in college. Where did he learn to make herbs from? Get his medicine. He get all his medicine from the herbs and roots in jungles. Cut the barks of the tree and add chemical to it. And it boosts up your physical body and think you're well. You're not well. You have to use a real herb because you cause yourself to sick by eating contamination. And listen, please, keep on watching this program. Send me a letter, www.voodoospell.com. As I said before, I only do voodoo, witchcraft. Not to hurt you, but to cure the physical body. And you will be up and running. And I hope your grandfathers, when this program is on, get your children in front of the TV. Get your grandchildren in front of the TV. Did you hear me? Grandmothers and grandfather, instead of you out here trying to find some crack to mess up your mind more, get in front of the TV and teach your children abundant of knowledge. And I will see you same place, same time, next time. And be good to yourself and to others.